Cooking with Drag Queens is made possible because of fabulous people like you. Thank you. Right now, we need your help. We're out of space on the hard drive, the pantry is bare, and the piggy bank is busted. So we need your help to keep the show going. If everyone enjoying this episode gives just $1, we can easily fund Season 3 of the series. Please visit cookingwithdragqueens.com to keep the series from getting the chop.
When the Berlin Wall came tumbling down in 1989, artists flocked to Berlin because the city provided them with the one thing they loved the most, cheap rent. Today, we salute the barrier-breaking musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch by making a schnitzel sandwich with a spicy twist.
Joining us is Perfidia, Queen of the Big Wig. This legendary queen has made wigs for some of your favorite entertainers, including Bob the Drag Queen, Amy Sedaris, and Miss Yvonne from Pee-wee's Playhouse. She's currently whipping the dues on the Broadway revival of Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
My name's Stephen Scott Kirkham, and I replaced the Scott with Perfidia, my drag name, and became Stephen Perfidia Kirkham. I live in New York, and I work in the drag scene, and I also do theatrical wigs for Broadway, and currently working on Hedwig. I started doing drag in 1986, and was part of the Wigstock era here in New York. A lot of my sensibility comes from the 60s, having aunts that were hair hoppers with big black Italian beehives. So when I started developing my drag character, there was definitely a 60s sensibility, and that was also very popular in the East Village, this neo-60s movement. And I think now there's a renaissance in drag. With RuPaul's Drag Race, people are upping their game and coming up with more creative things. It's fun to see so many people interested in drag. I don't really cook, so being in New York makes it pretty easy to just get what you want on the fly. I recall my parents did cook a lot. My dad cooked steaks, and my mom was big on the Italian food like lasagna and manicotti. So she really was the star of the family as far as a cook, but it really wasn't passed on to me. I was the generation of the microwave, so when my mom went back to work, I ended up being a microwave cook.
Willkommen in der Show, Perfidia!
Willkommen!
Willkommen! Willkommen!
Danke! Liebchen, mein dear Mama! Oh, it's so good to see you!
Finally, we get to do this after all
fun.
this time.
Perfect.
Well, I'm glad that you joined us today on Cooking with Drag Queens because we're making a lot of different dishes and cocktails inspired by Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And one of them is the song Wig in a Box. And she's trying to lift up her spirits, Hedwig, in her trailer home by putting on different kinds of wigs. And in the beginning, she's saying that she looks up from her vermouth on the rocks. And everybody in the United States is like, vermouth on the rocks?
Yeah, I worked in the service industry for years as a bartender, and you get some Europeans that would come in and they'd say, hey, I'd like a vermouth on the rocks, and everybody was always like kind of mortified. And so we went to the store, we're like, let's get a vermouth that we think might be pretty good. So what vermouth is, it's wine that's been fortified and then they put some aromatics in it. So it's kind of like an herbed fortified wine.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, Neil gave us grain alcohol and Brita for opening night.
Oh, geez.
And I thought this must be fancy vodka with the tag on it. So I just chugged it, and wow, it really was grain alcohol.
Wow. Well, the vodka really is nothing but grain alcohol and water. So, are you gonna just have it like that?
Just lipping it
right from the.
Oh, that's delicious.
Is it?
Yeah, try some. Here.
How about I pour it in the glass?
It's right.
How about some vermouth on the
It
rocks?
smells kind of Jägermeister.
So this specific vermouth on the rocks is half red wine and half white wine, just like Hedwig. It's
Okay.
half male, half female.
So it is a grape drink,
Yes, it's a health food.
but made of the fruit of the grape.
It's
Grape,
not
yes.
half and half. It's breaking down the walls.
You know, I liked wine. My parents were big wine drinkers. And do you want to pour?
Yeah, I can pour. Sure.
Oh, it looks like a bourbon or a whiskey.
So this is white and red, huh?
And put straws in it.
Yeah, because
Well,
the
yeah.
drag queens all love to drink out of straws because they don't want to mess up their
Lipstick,
their
of course.
lipstick.
So this is a very Hedwig. This is what I imagined that
Oh my
Hedwig
gosh.
was drinking in her
So
trailer.
let's all look up
I
from
never had vermouth on the rocks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, and in the show, she gives it a little I look up for my vermouth on the rocks.
Do you actually know all the words to?
This is really good.
Yeah, this doesn't suck.
It's good. It's licoricey. Is it licoricey or is that just me?
One of my favorite songs is Sugar Daddy, where young Hansel discovers a romantic affiliation with an American GI who convinces him to have a surgery that leaves him with an angry inch. And in that song, he seduces young Hansel by offering him some gummy bears. So gummy bears, and I noticed this in a lot of productions of Hedwig, is that they have gummy bears, photos of gummy bears in the background.
It is certainly the symbol of what lures him in, these
To the
products.
Western world.
Yes, the products from the West. Because right there, he's sort of romanticizing McDonald's, of all things. And then there's Luther with his big bag of gummy bears.
Yeah. And they're very German, the gummy bears.
Yeah, well, he originally says, asks him, and he says, well, I like Gummibärchen, which implies a different thing. And then he looks at the package and says, gummy bears, in an American-type accent, which delineates to me this version. This is not the biggest one I've ever seen now.
These are just regular ones.
To make them vodka soaked, you're going to need
Vodka.
vodka and some triple sec and half a lime or a lemon.
You pour this one.
Me? Yeah. I'm participating
Tell her how
already.
much.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
girl. Put it
look
into
at-
your work. It
Triple
matches
sec.
it.
It's off-brand.
When you were in orange kind of mood.
So you just cover it all up.
Aren't you glad I poured it for you?
Yeah.
Aww.
All the way up?
Yep, just fill it
That's
up.
good.
Oh, yay.
So you want to put mostly vodka and a little bit of triple sec and about the juice of a lemon or a lime. And the gummy bears are going to soak them all up in there. And you're going to cover it with a little saran wrap and put that in the refrigerator for 1 to 2 days. And we're going to pull these out and show you what it looks like after they've been boozing it up for days on end.
Wow.
Just like her.
Wow.
So this is what the vodka-soaked gummy bears look like after they've been soaking in vodka, a little bit of triple sec, and lime or lemon juice for 2 days. And now you notice that in the origin of love, when humans were like glued to each other on the both sides, I don't know if you can see that, the gummy bears get stuck to
They're a
each
little
other's
plumped
back.
up too, aren't they?
Oh,
They're a
yeah.
little bit like...
So
They're-
this
they're
one is
infused.
this is the children of the sun. This is the children of the moon.
But I'm
And this is the
confused. Are they
children of
really
the earth.
infused?
Oh, yeah. They've sucked up the vodka
Yeah, here,
and the
have
triple
some.
sec.
You're going to feed me?
Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ready?
Feed her. Feed her.
Is that good?
I feel vulnerable.
So now we're gonna strain
Oh, that's
these.
strong.
I know, right? That's why
No.
you want to soak them for 2 days, really, I feel.
Yeah, and so they double
tried
in
to-
That
Yeah.
would take you there quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't eat 10 gummy bear infused, I don't think.
These are alcohol steroid gummy bears. Look how big that is.
Yeah.
They're great. Wow.
I think one of my biggest achievements was having the wig salon at Patricia Fields. Back in the day, Patricia Fields was the main place where everyone went for drag. It was before the internet. I started working as a t-shirt folder at Patricia Fields and worked my way up. And as the drag explosion was starting to happen between RuPaul and Delight and Larry T, the store started selling more and more drag, and the wig department just took off, and then it became my department. After working for Patricia Fields for about 13 years, I finally moved on, and that was when I did a season with Strangers with Candy. That led me into theatrical wigs. One of the exciting adventures I had was getting a call from Basil Twist, who was designing puppets for Pee-wee's Playhouse. And I was called in to assist with bringing Miss Yvonne back to her former glory of a giant teased hairdo. And then later that show was nominated for an Emmy, the Broadway version of Pee-wee. Working on Broadway is a lot of fun. It can be stressful because you have quick changes and you have to work out the design with other creatives, but I love that challenge, and so yeah, theater's been a good fit for me. The stress is more like adrenaline to me.
So what exactly is Wiener Schnitzel, Mark?
Well, Wiener Schnitzel is a dish that actually comes from Vienna, and that's why it's Wiener, because it means
I thought
from
it meant
Vienna.
Is it pounded meat?
It is pounded meat, actually. And traditionally it's made with pork, but you can make it with anything, with beef,
Oh,
chicken.
God.
And what was surprising, when I lived in Germany, for whatever reason, all the restaurants in Bavaria all had schnitzel that was made out of like breast meat from turkey. So I think maybe because like it was easy to grow turkeys and maybe they were locally sourced, it was like on every menu in all the places.
Turkey schnitzel.
It's turkey schnitzel.
And schnitzel is exciting.
It's super
And
exciting.
spicy. Let's pound some meat.
Let's pound some meat and make some schnitzel.
That's very Jerry Blank.
Let's pound some meat. Come on, girl. Let's get pounding.
All right.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to flatten this out like this, just slowly, well, you know, and calmly and assuredly, and don't hit it too hard. Just keep a whacking until you get it nice and thin.
Boy, there's just a million jokes there.
When was the last
right.
time you pounded meat?
You're hilarious.
Mark, why do you have some protection? Don't you want to do it bareback?
Raw pounding. Wow.
It's, you know, it's safer this way with a little sheath over it. And then here, since you're wearing gloves, I'll flip this over for you.
Why don't you
'cause
take
then
those gloves off?
Sometimes you want to do it from the other
This is
side.
my gorilla arms can
And
come
then-
out. Oh.
Ooh. Slowly. It's too nice to jump to rush.
Jump. Boy, your theatrical ticket's been taken away. Job.
And take that little hump there. Get that little hump.
He's just giving me stuff to work with here. This hump here.
Yes. And just nice and thin. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yes. Okay, so I think that's pretty good.
Well
let's go with that
pounded.
one. That's
So
well pounded meat.
how do you know it's well pounded or not?
Well, you just kind of look and you want to have it like
You can
nice
see
and
through it.
thin. You can, well, not see.
It's
through.
your
looks like
window
Phil Collins'
to
cheek.
flavor.
Okay. Now I have
If
two
you
more
can
pieces
see-
for you to pound.
Oh my God, you're really making it work.
Well, you know, we're gonna make some schnitzel. We got to get the schnitzel up.
You
in
gotta
here.
feed the people, and the people gotta eat.
Now, Perfidia has revealed one of the tricks that when you're a drag queen, if you don't feel like wearing nails and you don't want to, you know, show your man hands, that
Great.
you wear gloves. And then she took the gloves off.
I've always loved that. I've always been like really big on Gypsy Rose Lee, so I just love the glove look.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And it does cover up a man arm.
And that way you don't have to shave your arms, you don't have to shave your hands, your knuckles, your wrists.
It's funny
Oh,
all the
that's-
different like lines that people draw. I'll do this, but I won't do that. I'll shave this, I won't shave that. I'm
It's the
kind of
rules.
gotta shave the armpits. I'm just personally.
Yeah.
But not the back.
But
crust.
even like at this point, even the chest and legs, I've got like theatrical costumes that cover all that for me.
Well, you know what Hedwig said? I am the great divide. Or something. You know,
something
Boy,
terrible.
just bastardizing the show.
listen. The
Okay.
I made it over the great divide, and now I'm coming for you. Hey guys, welcome to Hedwig. Come on backstage, let's see Darren's wigs. In here's where the magic happens. It's Hedwig's private dressing room.
Yeah.
I hide in here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then a lot of the wigs are discarded. Wigs and costumes are discarded into here. This is our tribute to our patron saint, John Cameron Mitchell. I keep Farrah on hand too. I keep them all around to keep me focused on back to what the style was. This is Darren's wig, all sparkling, clean, and new. And then here's John Cameron Mitchell's wig, which was different in that it had no bangs, which went back to his original look. Some consider the funniest wig in the show. This is the Midnight Checkout Queen.
Tell us about this beehive. It's magnificent.
Well, this is Miss Beehive 1963. It is revealed in the show during the famous Wig in a Box number. It has a cage inside to keep it up like that because it kind of takes a lot of abuse. When you see the show, it kind of gets tossed around. The wig oven.
The wig oven.
Dun da da dun.
What is a wig oven? You actually cook wigs.
It's pretty simple.
It's kind of scary.
It's got a heater here. You turn it on, bloop, and it blows hot air. And the wigs fit in there when they're not styled, so you put the head block in there.
Thank you so much for showing us, Stephen Perfidia Kirkham, the behind-the-scenes wig room and the secret wig oven of Hedwig and the Angry Inch that you can see at the Velasco Theater here on Broadway.
Yeah, come on by and see us.
Hi. We are in the process of breading and frying some pounded meat, specifically turkey. What do we got here, Mark?
Well, we have our turkey breast that we've pounded, and then we're going to dip it in flour, and then we're going to put it into some beaten egg. Where's our eggs? Perfidia, you were supposed to do the eggs.
Yeah, these are the eggs, Babs.
Eggs, come on. And then we're going to dip it in that. And then we're going to fry
Okay,
it.
so here we have some just all-purpose flour with a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of white pepper, just the way Trump likes it. And we have some panko breadcrumbs. These are breadcrumbs that are made by Japan. But the most critical process and the critical step is the amazing, incredible egg.
Ooh.
The egg, Babs. So why don't you crack some and start whipping them? Oh, I can help you too.
Is this my discard here?
No, don't do that there. Just put it back into the bowl.
Gross.
There we go. Yes, girl.
I
Beat
did
them
do an
eggs.
omelet or two in my day. That's,
did?
and probably of all the food products,
start
egg
whipping
is not too far off of my realm of
Because
things.
you live in New York and we've been to your house and you have a little tiny stove.
Just like a kitchenette, you know.
Yeah, a
that's
little
it.
kitchen. And you say you don't really cook.
No, I mean everything is so delicious generally in the village. I'm obsessed with Thai food. I go to Chinatown all the time. I love dim sum, all that stuff.
Me too.
How could you make a dumpling in your house? Or at least I couldn't. And yeah, it's cheaper, and you get a variety of foods. Where if you make one thing, it lasts forever.
Look at that. Okay, so now here's the little trick. A lot of people
trick.
They take the meat, right? You got this over here, Jeff.
Let's
You got
check.
the meat here. They're gonna take their hands and they're gonna mix them all over the place, and that's a terrible idea. Okay, because
What's the better idea?
the better idea is to use one hand for the wet and the other one for the dry. So let's try this. I'm gonna do one for you here. We're gonna take the turkey and we're gonna put it
Yeah.
into the flour.
And what the flour does, it attaches to the moisture on the meat. And then when you go to put it in the egg, it helps the egg attach to that.
So now I'm gonna go over here. Perfidia, you put in the egg and you're gonna pick it up. and
Oh, I
put it
get
in
the gloppy step. I with my bat wing on.
Well,
Pull
roll
your
that up.
sleeve up.
shit.
Oh, God,
Well,
just man
we gotta,
arms.
we gotta make some food, Perfidia.
Ew, I don't like this part.
Do not fuck this shit up.
Yucky. Ew.
Yes.
No wonder I don't cut. This is gross.
Like pick it up and let it drip out.
Oh my God, what's happening?
So
Put it
let that
there.
slop.
I'm scared.
Like that.
Just
Let
shake
that come
it a little
off.
bit.
Now put it into the
Go,
put it into
go.
the crunch.
Wow, this is hard. There's so much pressure in cooking.
And you put some.
And then flip it over.
Yeah, there you go. Or put it over.
I think I love the crunchy part, and I hate that part.
But that it won't stick to the crunchy part. Won't stick to
What I'm
the
saying is
chicken.
you do that, Rob.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
And I'll keep doing the crunchy. I want to eat this just raw. It's like tartare.
Go ahead, take a bite.
No. Lay it
Okay,
out.
so let me do this part here
Okay.
for you.
That's a big ass piece.
That is a big ass piece. But you know, when we make a sandwich, we're gonna cut it up. Now, if you don't get it all over, you just kind of go
Oh, you
back.
just like
and
pound it in there.
Yeah.
so
How
do
it
that
is.
one then.
All right.
Miss
Here we go.
Crybaby.
International crybaby.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, hurry up. Come on.
Oh God, wow! It's like
I'm
now
ready.
we're on the food line or whatever they call that.
This is, like you're working in a kitchen here, and you want to make sure that.
Oh God, I'm
everything's-
breaking it.
Come on, there ain't no wrong way to do this.
All right.
Come on.
All right, that's the last one.
What country do you want Hedwig to go on tour to? What
It
country needs
looks
to
like
see
everyone,
it?
all the signals are pointing towards the West End and maybe Australia.
Ooh.
So
Whether
you're gonna
I
go see the world just like the RuPaul's Drag Race girls do.
I don't know if I get to be included, but
Oh my God, that's
might
it,
have-
right?
yeah, different countries have different rules about bringing in hairdressers, but I've been pretty
Wait a
lucky
minute,
so far.
So like London is not gonna let you
That's
travel.
possible.
Yeah, they may have their own like wig master.
I don't want to live in fear, but I
yeah.
believe that is the deal.
Okay, so this is my favorite part of cooking with drag queens is when we get to fry shit.
Just don't get it in here.
That's
What are you doing?
Da 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 da, my fridge. Ew. I don't cook, so I don't take much pride in my kitchen, but I do love doing refrigerator collages. So as far as the kitchen goes, that's probably my favorite thing. I generally have a lot of booze. Ew. I have a lot of vintage toys. Most of them acquired during the flea market era of New York before eBay. So I take a lot of inspiration from the 60s Barbie hairstyles and the vibrant colors. I love to take a little bit of traditional hairstyling and a little bit of kooky and put it all together. And I think that really is a big statement of the 60s, the ridiculous and the kooky. Ew.
Fried stuff.
Frying is awesome.
Yes. What
So
do you
just
got
pick
here?
one of those up.
Oh, she's gonna do it.
Again with my bat wing sleeve.
yeah.
Great.
Okay, but be
Okay.
real careful. Roll
Be
up the
careful.
wigs.
This is a geisha technique.
Why don't you show her first?
Now just pick one up and
Just learn by
with
mistake.
the tong edge?
Yes. And so don't
God.
throw it in. Do
Just
not
slow
throw
it.
it.
Shake it a little
Just
bit.
pick it up and then just slowly drop
Lay
it in. Just like that. And then there we go.
It's just like tempura,
And
isn't it?
Yeah. And so about 3 minutes on this side. And then we'll flip it over maybe for another 2 minutes.
Now you go a lot to Thailand.
Yeah, and Japan. I love going
Japan.
there. Just this last year, I got to have a pop-up shop in Harajuku, and that was like a dream come true.
What was
A
that
shop?
like?
With my wig shop. So I
you
got to
did?
take my wigs to Tokyo and do a little pop-up shop, and it was amazing.
Did you have like a stall somewhere? Or
I
what you
did.
do?
I shared a stall with someone, and it is so inspiring. What a city! And my Neo Marylands were a big hit, so it was really fun.
Oh, is that what you call this, a Neo Maryland?
Yeah, I had to give it a name when I started whipping these up, and then it caught on. So it's fun to put a little name to it.
Well, you know, in Hedwig
flip
and the
that
Angry
over.
Inch, at the end of the show, he gives his wig to his sidekick.
Oh my God, you gave them away?
What?
You gave the ending away? Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, is it like time to flip it yet?
It's time to flip it because you can see it's kind of like golden on each side.
That looks like
See,
some
like-
KFC.
Yeah, so it's getting
This
nice
looks
and-
good.
I think I like it.
Let's get a little darker. See how
Look.
that's
Yum.
going.
Look what you done.
Now,
You fried some turkey. Oh.
Wow. There's another check.
Well, we're actually talking about it, so it's in fair use. Did you know that? You can actually do that.
Oh, that's
so
good.
then after a while, will you pull it up? You let some of that drip off.
That looks great.
And for Wiener Schnitzel, usually you like it nice and flat. So this has a lot of, let's just say, geography to it.
It's giving me a chicken kind of feeling. I like all those
Chicken
nooks
kind
and
of thing.
crannies.
So you put it on one of these, let it drip, and then now traditionally in Germany they would just serve it with a little spritz of lemon and some butter, and then serve it with like some Kartoffelsalat or some mashed potatoes, whatever, and gravy. But we're going to be making this into a sandwich with some coleslaw, and I'm going to fry the rest of these back here and have you guys work on the salad.
Okay, cool.
A salad.
So is this what it takes to make coleslaw?
Kind of. So here we have some shredded broccoli slaw that you can get at any kind of grocery store. You're gonna put
Oh, you didn't even shred that? Wow.
No, I bought it in a bag, girl. We got
right,
this.
okay.
So put that in the bowl. Just dump
Just go for it.
the whole thing. Don't that look nice?
Wow, I'm so
And you
talented.
can pass it over here. So
There we go. Now I'm gonna smash it like Jerry Blank.
And then you're gonna put about the same amount of shredded purple cabbage or red cabbage.
Lovely, one of my favorite colors. Yeah.
Ew.
There we go, beautiful.
And this is one of those fancy organic 3-colored carrots. This is red, yellow, and orange carrots.
Oh, I thought that was bacon bits.
No, that's carrots, honey.
Yum. Well,
This
that's
is all
beautiful.
vegan.
Wow.
And then the secret ingredient is shredded julienne green apple, Granny Smith
Delicious.
apple.
I mean, I apple in anything is good by me. It's my favorite fruit, probably.
And behind us is Mark. He's firing up a
Nice.
storm, making the rest of the Wiener Schnitzels.
I mean, I had one little piece and I'm already so hungry.
I'm hungry, honey. So now we're gonna put in some parsley and just,
Oh, I thought that was cilantro.
no, this is just a little parsley for
What does
color.
that do, actually?
Just give it some color, and in Middle Eastern, there's the tabbouleh salad, which is actually
Oh, so you
bulgur wheat.
Yeah, you do taste it in a tabbouleh.
Yeah. So this is kind of giving it some flavor, and we're gonna put 2 tablespoons, although this is a lot more, so I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons
Of gummy bears into one's mouth?
of olive oil.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I love the way it smells.
Let's put 4. And now some what is this? Apple cider vinegar.
Oh, I love that.
And we're put the same amount. How
So it's going to
much
have
was that?
very apple-y infused.
1, 2. And you know what? It's just, you just feel good. If you want to put a little bit more, you can put a little bit more. Start stirring that up, honey. Here's a spoon.
Yeah?
That's
Just
good.
kind of just get it all infused.
And then you're going to put in about a teaspoon of salt, the sea salt. And my sea salt gets all cakey. So just throw that in there. And I want a little bit more salt, so I'm going to put about 2.
I'm with you. I'm a salty guy.
Let's put that in there. And now we're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of white pepper. It allows us to put a lot of flavor without any color. So we're making this amazing slaw. You're gonna put some gummy bears in there.
Got it, like matches my outfit perfectly. Oh, it's like
honey, that
a
looks
big
fierce.
brooch. I should wear it as a brooch.
Oh my God. Now I noticed that a lot of your friends, Bob the Drag Queen and Peppermint Gummy Bear,
Yeah, exciting this year, right?
they're all kind of become these big stars. And for you, people ask like, when are you getting on RuPaul's Drag Race? But you have an interesting answer to that question. You say you've already won because you get to be in drag when you want to and not when you have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to having many careers.
Keep going.
Just never
Yeah.
wanted to get stuck in drag. Not that that's a bad thing, but when it's your job and you have no choice, the fun factor starts to. When I see the girls in my wigs, it's almost like I'm up there because there they are in my creation. It's so much fun.
But does it sort of make you like scream at the TV set? It's like, give me credit, damn it, that's my wig.
Generally, I do get credit somewhere along the line. What makes me scream though is I'm like, bitch, get the wig on straight. Come on. That is the one thing that makes me nutso. But generally, you know, all the girls I work with, they're so talented. I'm super lucky.
So hold on a second. So you sell these wigs to these girls and then you come knocking on the door and like, I notice you haven't been styling it properly. Mark, are those ready yet?
Yeah, get everything ready. It
smells so good.
Get your space.
We are
ready.
starving,
Get
honey.
everything together. When this is all together, I will bring the meat.
I'm at RuPaul's
Why did you ruin drag?
What?
You didn't. You ruined it because you guys are creepy. So good to see you. I can't wait for the show to come out.
So Perfidia wraps up season 2 of Cooking with Drag Queens.
I actually cooked, which I never do.
You never cooked?
Just with you, that was it.
That was the one time in your life you've ever made
Watch
food.
the episode when I talk about how I never cooked.
Hier, das ist ein Schnitzelbank.
Wow.
There you go.
It smells great.
So we're gonna cut this up and we're gonna put it on some sandwiches.
Oh, okay, great.
So,
Here's a knife.
so just cut some nice little strips there, Perfidia.
Do you just kind of
And then
slide it in there?
Yes.
Or can I just,
Yeah.
hack at it?
Move your
Yeah,
fingers
girl.
out of the way there.
Oh, God. Did I hurt you?
No.
That's
You don't want
nice.
actual fingers in there.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, how fun.
Yeah. Okay. One more.
One more
There we
there?
go.
Oh,
and so
great.
then we're gonna build a little sandwich.
So here's the toasted ciabatta bread, and we're going to get some aioli,
Lemon aioli.
and we're going to spray that on the bottom there.
Put a little,
Oh, that
put a
works.
little bit on right on this one.
And then
try
we're
that.
going to arrange the pieces very artistically. Actually, Perfidia, you should be doing this.
Is there like pickle in there? What's in the aioli?
It's just lemon and garlic.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Let's make this one real
Wow, that's like a meaty sandwich.
And then we're going to put some of this Berlin wall slaw on top.
I love you made a little rhyme there.
And then on top, you're going to put some mango chutney that's been pureed. You want
So that's your little nod to the Turkish
And you
guys?
really,
Oh, yeah.
This is what actually a lot of those sandwiches that I had in the 90s had.
Schmecks gut is how you
And
say it.
I
in
like to
German.
put some hot sauce on mine.
Are you a fan of sriracha?
Sure.
And then some more of this stuff, because this aioli is amazing.
It wakes
just
it up.
beautiful, yeah.
And
look at
then
that.
you just...
What about your butter lettuce?
Oh, sorry. That's right. The butter lettuce
You have all these
for
things in front of you.
nutrition. Just...
Oh, after all that
Did you need
fried
the
stuff, that
parsley or
makes
no?
it nutritious.
Yeah, a little parsley
Gotcha.
doesn't hurt
Okay.
to make it pretty.
It is really pretty. I don't know how one would get that into one's lipsticked mouth.
I think
I
that
could
you
show
have
you.
a big
Can you
enough.
puree this for me?
And
I'll
then
just sip it.
you come over here.
Sandwich through a straw.
and you can cut that in half.
Wow, so forceful, Brad.
And and just put that in a sandwich there. Look at that.
Ah, it's gorgeous.
Look how gorgeous that looks here. Oh my
I
god.
have to
look
admit,
at
it
that.
really does look good.
Oh honey, look at that.
Who doesn't want a sandwich with apples in it?
So here you go.
Yum.
Let me
You
make
take
a
the
couple
honorary-
more.
The honorary bite.
Oh, shit's just falling out.
The schnitzel's hitting the fan there. Do you want to put the butter lettuce down first this time? There we go.
Give me another one. We're gonna
Later.
make some for the crew too.
Yeah.
That works. It's delicious.
Perfidia, slow down. We're still not done finishing the video.
I lost interest. I got this now.
You're like, I'm eating.
Oh, baby. Yes. If it wasn't meant to be in a sandwich, why does it work so well when you say schnitzel sandwich?
It is delicious.
Well, Perfidia, do you think you can make this at home?
No way.
No?
I don't even have my oven on. I turned the gas off like 10 years ago, honestly.
Really? Your stove doesn't work at all?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Just the
Girl.
light joints.
Well, we hope that we brought some happy memories of Germany and traveling around the world with making the Schnitzel sandwich.
So fun.
We'd like to present to you a medal of distinction and honor for several lifetimes of service. To the Queen of the Big Wig, Perfidia, for breaking down the walls between the divine and the sublime, for making every queen around the world looking fierce and fabulous with your tutorials and everything.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. I love
This is for you,
Aw.
Perfidia. Thank you so
cool.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being a friend and for being part of this amazing
Coming to our
journey.
kitchen.
Remember, folks, if you can't cook for yourself, how the hell are you gonna cook for someone else? Can I get a bon appetit?
Bon appetit and guten Appetit, yeah?
Danke
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I think drag now is a lot about being an individual. So I'd say it's similar to what we were doing. I hope that I'm going to continue to pass down the drag tradition. Even if it sounds a little corny, it's fun to have the drag daughters. And then now, especially doing people's wigs, it's really a fun way to be part of their show.
Hi everyone, this is the crew that does our very special episodes of Cooking with Drag Queens. I just wanted to introduce you guys to them. This is Jeffrey J from the podcast. You guys remember Jeffrey J? Say hi.
Hi.
And of course Jeff Knutson, who takes all these amazing photos and runs the close-up cameras. And Stephen Perfidia Kirkham, who styles all these great wigs for Hedwig and the Angry Inch and all the world. And Meg Grunwald, the Vine superstar, who also runs our camera from the left side of the room.
And I'm Mark Fields.
And this is Mark. And so Cooking with Drag Queens is a labor of love. Everybody here volunteers their time and energy, but still it requires a lot of effort and funding to make the series happen. So if you could take a moment and go to cookingwithdragqueens.com and help our Kickstarter for future generations of fierce queens sizzling up in our kitchens here in Chicago, Illinois, we would appreciate it. Mark, why is it so important to fund Cooking with Drag Queens?
Because if you can't cook for yourself, how the heck are you going to cook for somebody else?
Can I get a bon appetit?
Bon appetit.
Let's hear from everybody. Bon appetit!
Bon appetit!